morning, dear children. So today we are in the next class for the same chapter, that is physical changes and chemical changes. So last class we learned respiration, what is respiration and what happens in respiration. Is respiration a physical change or a chemical change? Is respiration exothermic or endothermic? So the things we learned is last class what we did? We did respiration. Number 2, burning. Number 3, rusting. So we did these 3, the last class. The last class we did respiration, burning and roasting. So respiration is a chemical change. Okay, respiration is a chemical change in which digested food, digested food combines with oxygen to give us heat. Carbon dioxide and water vapor as byproduct. That means carbon dioxide and water vapor is also formed. Since the chemical composition is changing, the digested food again the oxidized food again cannot go back to the original state. That's why it's a chemical change. And since we are getting heat, that means in this process it is released. So this is exothermic. Burning is also chemical change in which a substance totally burns into another new substance. So that means here a new substance is formed. And this also releases a lot of heat. That means it is also exothermic. Roasting. In roasting, iron combines with oxygen and water. Together you can say moist air. When iron combines with moist air, it gives roast, which is hydrated iron oxide. Most of you have not watched this one video. That's why the assignment you have submitted, there you have wrote rust is Fe2O3. I have said you in the book it is wrong. It is hydrated iron oxide. That means it is Fe2O3.XH2O. So see the videos properly, then only you will understand. Okay, don't follow the book only. Sometimes book may be wrong. So see the video and then do the assignments. Then roasting. In roasting, actually what is rust? Rust is a brown flaky substance. That means powdery substance which is just on the surface of iron, which makes iron very thin. You can see that this much big iron rod is converting into very small. Okay, very small, because the iron, the metal converts to rust and falls down. Then roasting is also exothermic. Now today we will be doing digestion. So what happens in digestion? Actually regarding digestion you have already done in class, biology classes. Okay. So in digestion what happens? Complex food changes to simpler food. So this is a change. Digestion is a change in which complex food converts to simpler food. Complex food changes to simpler food. Once it converts to simpler food, again this simpler food cannot be converted back to complex food. Again this simpler food cannot be converted back to complex food. Means the change is irreversible change. and new substance is formed. New substance is formed. Okay, that means digestion is irreversible. Digestion is irreversible, and indigestion, and again digestion is a permanent change. Permanent change because it is not for a short while only. Then a new substance is formed. New substance is formed in digestion. New substance is formed. Now let's see how new substance is formed. For example, sugar. You are eating sugar. You are eating sugar, and after digestion, sugar changes to glucose. So sugar you are eating, and this sugar changes to glucose after digestion. What really happens? See, this is the thing that is changing. This is the thing that is changing. Okay, this is the thing that is changing. Sugar is changing to glucose. Sugar you are eating sugar, and after digestion, sugar becomes glucose. Okay, so new substance is formed. New substance is formed because glucose again do not go. See, new substance, how you can say new substance is formed? Because sugar has different properties and glucose has different properties. Sugar has different properties and glucose has different properties. Okay, then see, if we see molecular composition, that means in a chemical change, molecular composition, the structure, the atoms, the arrangement of atoms, the number of atoms in them changes. Okay, for example, in water H2, hydrogen combines with oxygen to give H2O, that means arrangement of atoms changes. Here also arrangement of atoms and molecular formula changes. What changes? Molecular formula gets changed. So see here, what is the molecular formula for sugar? C12H22O11. But after digestion, this becomes C6H12O6. So they are totally different substances. They are totally different substances because their molecular composition is different. Their molecular composition is different. Sugar is a complex food and glucose is simpler food. So in digestion, what happens? In digestion, complex converts to simpler. Sugar is a complex and glucose is simpler. So sugar is converting to glucose after digestion. Molecular formula is changing. So this is a new substance. New substance. And the change is permanent change. The change is irreversible change because you cannot get back sugar from glucose again. You cannot get back. So this is a chemical change. And what is another thing is, during digestion, heat is absorbed or released. Yes, during digestion, for digestion we need energy. For digestion we need energy. You can see, for doing any sort of work at home, okay, if you are cutting vegetables, what do you need? You need energy. That means you have to give energy. Similarly, to break complex food into simpler food, energy is required. That means you need to give energy. Okay, so during digestion, energy is absorbed. Energy is absorbed. During digestion, energy is absorbed. That means this is endothermic. This is endothermic. So digestion is endothermic. Digestion is endothermic. Okay, this is all about digestion. Then let's see cooking. Another topic is cooking. Cooking. In cooking, what happens? In cooking, what happens? Raw food changes to eatable food, or hard food changes to soft food. In cooking, raw food changes to eatable food. Okay, see, flesh we cannot eat, so after cooking you can. Okay, meat, raw meat you cannot eat. After cooking you can eat. So what happens on cooking is hard food converts to soft food. Hard food converts to soft food. Okay, and here the taste also changes. What changes? Taste. So in cooking, taste changes. So why this taste is changing? Why the taste is changing? Taste is changing because chemical composition of the substance is changing. New substance is being formed. New substance is formed. As a result, taste changes. So taste changes, and then again, say for example, here you write uncooked rice. Uncooking gives cooked rice. Uncooked rice, uncooking gives cooked rice. Uncooked rice is hard to eat, and it is soft. Yes. Then molecular composition changes. What changes? Molecular composition changes. Molecular composition changes. That means this is also irreversible. Yes. And then is it desirable or undesirable? This is desirable change. This is permanent change, and this is a chemical change because new substance is formed. Chemical change. Why it is a chemical change? Because new substance is formed. So cooking, raw food gives you eatable food. Raw food converts to eatable food. Hard food converts to soft food. Uncooked rice, uncooking gives you cooked rice. So the taste changes. It is a irreversible change. It is desirable change, permanent change, and a chemical change. And in cooking also, what is absorbed? Heat. You have to give heat. To cook food, you have to give heat. That means heat is absorbed. Heat is absorbed. So this is endothermic. Endothermic change. So what happens is, you can just take an egg and break it and put it in water. Yes, you see the change, and then again, okay, after seeing this change again, what you'll do is you again boil it. boil the mixture of water and egg. Then you can see that slowly it will solidify. Slowly it will solidify. And the taste also, uncooked egg and cooked egg, the taste also changes, the structure also changes, yes, and the state also changes. So moreover, what is there is taste changes. Unboiled or uncooked egg and cooked egg, the taste is totally different. So this is also a chemical change. That means cooking is a chemical change and it is endothermic change. Then last point for today we have is curdling. So what is curdling? What is curdling? Curdling. Curdling. So what is curdling? Liquid substance changes to semi-solid or semi-liquid also, you can say semi-solid substance. Liquid substance changes to semi-solid substance in this process. So what is curdling? How will you define curdling? Curdling is the process in which liquid substance changes to semi-solid substance. So what is curdling? Curdling is the process, is the chemical change also you can say, or is the process in which a liquid substance changes to semi-solid substance. For example, milk, when you add lemon juice to milk, lemon juice, okay, milk is liquid and this lemon juice is also liquid, but when you mix these two you will get curd, which is semi-solid, and again, so that means curdling. In curdling what happens? Here also taste changes, then new substance is forming. Curd is a new substance is forming, and again curd, after mixing milk and lemon juice we will get curd, and this curd again cannot be converted back to milk and lemon juice again. So this is irreversible change, irreversible change, and this change is permanent change, and the new substance is formed. So this is also chemical change. Here also taste changes. Okay, so taste changes in curdling also. Then in this process also heat is absorbed. In this process also what is absorbed? Heat is absorbed. See, when you mix, in order to know whether heat is absorbed or not, so how you do? You mix lemon juice in milk and then try to, or if you have thermometer you can dip the thermometer, okay, or you can just touch the outside of the container, and then after making curd, you just touch the container, then you can see the difference in heat. Okay, so when you are mixing milk and lemon, the temperature will be a little warmer, but as the mixing is over, that means curd is formed, the temperature will decrease little. That means what happened during this process? It is absorbed. It is absorbed. So this is also endothermic. So last class we learned about 3 chemical changes, that is respiration, burning and roasting. All are exothermic changes. And today we are learning curdling, then digestion, and then cooking. All these are endothermic changes. That means in all these it is absorbed. It is not given out, it is absorbed. So this happens in curdling, and curdling is used for making yogurt and cheese. So by this we have finished chapter number 2, and seeing these videos you will be doing the exercise that follows. Okay, and if there is any problem, you just share your problem with me. Thank you.